All right, hey, we're in Torrey Gray Auditorium. This place just cleared out with a packed out house of students. And I have Josiah Jobe here. He's my son, my oldest son. And we had a little panel discussion about why this is an incredible time to be following Jesus, especially as it relates to ministry to young people. Josiah, tell me why you think this is a special time.
Yeah, I think it's a real special time for the next generation because there's a real openness with the next generation. You know, Barna describes the next generation, they've kind of coined the term the open generation. There's a lot of young people. Young people are more open than they were before the pandemic to Jesus, to spiritual things, to growing spiritually. And so there's a lot of hunger that we want to just make sure that we as the church don't waste it, don't miss the opportunity, because I don't know how much longer the hunger will be here, but right now we have a great opportunity.
Yeah, we just came off of Resurrection Sunday, was this past Sunday.
Yep.
And describe a little bit of what the atmosphere was like there and the openness there. Go ahead.
Yeah, we for sure saw the last few years, it just continues to uptick in the amount of people that are being reached in every area that you would care about. You know, people in discipleship groups and being baptized, all up. This past Easter, we had our highest attendance, people hearing the gospel in an Easter weekend that we've ever had in our 40 years as a church. And so what I walked away, and I actually texted a few pastors around the country, and one of them texted me, he said, I don't know where all these people are coming from. And so there is just a openness with, and it's not just with the young, but it's just with people. There's a lot of people. So we saw a ton of people make decisions for Christ, and they're ready to get started on their journey. They're ready to go to the next level. And so that gives me so much hope and encouragement to just preach the gospel boldly and let God do what he's going to do.
You know, some people say we're in maybe a pre-awakening stage where there's sparks of revival. Yeah. Do you think we're in a place like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Everyone that I talk to, some people think we're in it already. I'm not sure that that's the case. Jeannie Allen, who's leading a lot of great movements, women movements, Gather 25, she led this year. She said that she believes that we're in pre-revival, that she gave the picture of rain. She said, I think it's starting to drip right now, but it's not pouring yet. And so I think that's where we're at. I think it's dripping, but it's not pouring. But I think that we only have a little bit of time before it really starts to pour. So we got to get ready.
So what would your encouragement be to a pastor right now? They're living in this state. Maybe they're experiencing some of this, maybe they're not. They're just trying to preach the word, be faithful at this season. What is your encouragement to them right now?
Yeah, I would say pray for greater faith and act in boldness. I think people don't want lukewarm, unconvincing Christianity. If you're not convinced about it, if you're not convinced that the gospel is our only hope and you just think it's a good option to help people, then that's going to come out in the way that you communicate, you preach, you live, you love. But if you truly believe that the gospel is our only hope, and you go and you just say, Lord, you've called us to just to live with boldness and communicate that conviction with boldness, I think people resonate deeply with that. Yeah. And they say, hey, if this person believes so greatly, then maybe there is some truth to this. And I think there's something, there's a famous quote, fortune favors the bold. I think in a spiritual sense, God blesses the bold. So I would say, you want the blessing of God, act in boldness. Revelation, first thing it says of the people that don't end up in heaven, it says those that are cowards, the cowardice. So describing the people that are not God's people, the first declaration of it in Revelation, in the later chapters of Revelation, is the cowardice. So we need to be bold.
So there you have it. Be bold for Jesus Christ. I'm with Josiah Jobe, 31-year-old pastor, leading thousands, preaching to thousands every week, and believing that we are in a pre-awakening season. Thank you, Josiah.
Yeah.